folks, so welcome to today's football predictions and bet cards. Another very beautiful day, a beautiful Monday morning. And once again, we are back with our predictions as usual. We always look at football games that are going on across the globe, and we take our time to look into these games using the past results, and using those past results that we have always make the best possible value for each of these matches that are happening. That's what we do on a daily basis, and we'll be looking at these matches one after the other, in a short while, as usual. But I want to use the opportunity to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time. If you're yet to subscribe, take out time to hit the subscription button right now so that you don't miss out on our games that will always come up here on a daily basis. All right, make sure you hit the subscription button. Also, remember to turn the notification sign on so that you will always get notified each time we make our predictions here on a daily basis. All right, that being said, without further ado, we head to the business of today, and we'll be starting with the first match of today. It is in Danish Super League. We'll have Breida who will be facing Mightyland. Okay, when we look at the recent statistics for both sides, for the home side, we have just one win in the last 6 games, and as well we'll have 3 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 6 games that they had. And the away side, Mightyland have won 3 games out of the 6 matches, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss in the last 6 games that they had so far. Right, when you look at how the two teams have fared from home and away basis, the home side, Breida, have actually won 4 matches and 4 draws in the last 10 home matches that they had, and they've also lost 2 games out of those. The last home game they had was against Copenhagen, and they lost on that occasion by 3-0 from away by Copenhagen, who played from away on that occasion. And Mightyland, on the other hand, our away side, have won 3 games from away, and they've also had 2 draws in the last 10 away matches. All right, they've lost 5 matches out of those. Okay, but one thing to mention here is the fact that a lot of goals also occur with this matches with the Breida, the home side, seeing that 8 times out of 10 it has actually seen over 2.5 in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. And away side, Mightyland as well have produced similar results, also seeing over 2.5 6 times out of the last 10 away matches that they had. So on that note, also noting the fact that on head-to-head basis, Bromby, we've seen Bromby winning this very side by 5-1 from away, and the last meeting was actually Bromby who won from away again by 2-0. But in this one, we are going for the goals here, and we expect to see 3 goals at least, a minimum of 3 goals appearing here. It is an over 2.5. That's what we expect for this very encounter. And the next that we have for you today is in Swedish First Division, where we have Elsbjorn who will be up against Jugadin. All right, for Elsbjorn in the last 6. It is 5 victories out of 6, and they've also had 1 loss in away side. Jugadin, on the other hand, have won 2 games and a draw, losing 3 games in the last 6 encounters for Jugadin, the away side. And when we look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, all right, in the last 10 home matches for Elsbjorn, it is 7 victories and 2 draws, as well as 1 loss in the last 10 home matches that they had. And away side, on the other hand, Jugadin have managed to achieve 4 victories and 2 draws, also losing 4 matches in the last 10 away games that they had so far. Okay, and we can see that the last 4 away games for Elsbjorn have seen them winning all 4 home games. Rather, they've won from home, 4 times in a row. The home side, and on head-to-head basis, you can see the last time they met was Elsbjorn who won from away by 3-0 against Jugadin. And that happened in November of last year, and in this very one, we are going for the home side, Elsbjorn, to take the day. They're doing so very well at the moment in the league, and we expect to see the home side winning here. So home to win outrightly, that's a vibe for that very encounter. And the next that we have for you today is in Iceland First Division, where we have Breida who will be up against Valor. All right, for Breida in the last 6. They have won 4 matches and a draw. They've also lost 1 game out of the last 6 matches. And away side Valor as well, winning 4 games and a draw, and as well as 1 loss in the last 6 recent games that they have so far. When you look at how the two teams fare from home and away basis, we see Breida, the home side, have actually been able to achieve 5 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 home games. And away side Valor have done very well as well, also winning 6 games and 3 draws, losing just 1 in the last 10 away games that they had. They've been doing so very well, and worthy of mention is the fact that But home side Breida Blink, 8 times out of 10, the scoreline have always been over 2.5. A lot of goals appearing in most of the matches that they had from home, and away side Valor have actually seen a very, very similar situation. Also, 8 times out of 10 have seen a lot of goals, above 3 goals in the last 10 away matches that they had. So it is a matter of goals here, because when we look at the head-to-head meeting, the last time they met, it was a 2-2 draw. That was in October of last year, and in this one we are expecting to see lots of goals here, and we're going for over 2.5, a minimum of 3 goals in this one. That's what we expect. All right, and that takes us to the next step for today. It is in Poland, second division, where we have Legnica, who will be up against Nicesia. Okay, for the start for each of these sides, we've seen for Legnica, the home side, they've actually won 3 matches and 2 draws, losing 1 match in the last 6 games. And the away side, Nicesia, have won 3 games and a draw, losing 2 matches in the last 6 matches that they had. And when you look at how the 2 teams fared from home and away basis, we see the home side, Legnica, have been able to achieve 6 victories and 2 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 2 games. And away side, Nicesia, on the other hand, have had 4 wins and 3 draws, also losing 3 matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And as a matter of fact, the away side and Nicesia, will be doing so very well in this very encounter, seeing that they are actually second in the league table. They'll be looking to win their match and also keep the dream of winning that particular league in alive. So we expect to see their away side to not lose here. We expect to see their away side, doing so very well here, and it is our side to win or draw. That's what we expect here. Away win or draw S2. That's our value for that very game. Okay. And the next step for today, which I put to be the last for today, is in Romania League One, where we have a Rapid Bucharest, who will be up against the CFR Cluj. And for Bucharest, in the last 6, they've had 1 win and 2 draws, as well as 3 losses. And away side, Cluj have had 3 wins and 2 draws, also losing just 1 in the last 6 games that they had. When you look at how the 2 teams are fared from home and away basis, you can say for the home side, Rapid Bucharest have actually been able to achieve 6 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had a draw, but have lost 3 games out of those. But away side, Cluj have managed just 1 win, but have had 7 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've lost 2 games as well. In the last 10 away games, they've actually won once, and they've had 7 draws in the last 10 away games, as well as 2 losses. That's the away side at CFR Cluj. On a head-to-head basis, last time they met was a 1-1 draw. Prior to that, we saw Cluj defeated this side from away. That was in December of last year by 2-0. And the meeting between the 2 sides in the past 3 meetings, or in the past 5 meetings, I've actually seen Cluj winning 2 times, and the other 3 being a draw. So there's never been a time that Bucharest, the home side, actually won from against this very side. So in the past 5 meetings rather, and we expect to see the away side, Cluj, who actually have not been scoring a lot of goals, and we also know the fact that home side have not been scoring so much. Minimum of they've been scoring just 1 goal in the last 10 home matches that they had, and away side the same, averaging 2 goals per match. So we expect to see the away side, SCFR Cluj, winning or draw, and under 4.5. Are we win or draw on under 4? That's what we expect for that very encounter. And that brings our predictions for you today on BetCraft to the conclusion. We should do the very best and hope your ticket goes green. Remember to play responsibly, as these are football games. Sometimes it may not be exactly what it presents. All right. Tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions right on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.